down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Mixon will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Well, finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 5. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here is 3rd and 5. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
To the air, Penix. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10. They'll throw with Penix. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Robinson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Penix. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw, Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot, and got there and popped it free.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Breaks through the contact. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And Stroud now to throw. Got his man, Dell. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. That's complete to Dell. And he's going to get forward for a couple before he is banged down hard at the end. This is 2nd and 8. Again, it's Stroud. Touchdown! Brevin Jordan, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Texans are able to add on to that lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And looking to throw, Penix. Being chased out left. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Penix. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Now Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 39 that time.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing again, Penix. Buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Michael Penix, as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. A try here for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Back to throw now on first down. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. They'll run with Robinson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Penix working out of the gun here. Touchdown, Falcons! Bijan Robinson from 10 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Stroud working out of the gun. This goes out wide from Mixon. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. From the 46, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll get it down to to the 47 here. Stroud looking to change the play. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Stroud. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down. A run for Pierce out of the gun. Muscles him off. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On the quick, right?
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play. On second down, another shot for Robinson. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On the draw, Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, They talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up to the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The rookie from Washington put it right where he needs to. He's got his guys a first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Second and 11. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
Second down, 8 yards to go. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Darnell Mooney, 28 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. They'll come up first and 10 here. Stroud to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Here's Stroud. Connecting with Mixon. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but, hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on third down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this first down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes him.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's first and 10 now. An option handoff here to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Stroud. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Fourth down now defensively. Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Well, you need your best play here, no doubt. Fourth down and 8.
All right.
Hey, uno. Buggy. Hey, uno more. Hey, south. 11.
Now Stroud. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And now an all rest on the right foot of their kicker. He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this a little more pressure-packed for the win. Oh, this one is no good. Fairbairn hangs it out to the right. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. So possession in overtime first goes to the Atlanta Falcons, and we are back underway. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Here's Penix. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Not laying back defensively. They blitzed right there first play in OT.
The game's changed a bit, hasn't it? I'm telling you, when we were kids, most of the time you'd lay back, not necessarily prevent defense, but you'd want everything in front of you and hope that the offense made a mistake. Now people aren't counting on that. They're going after them and being aggressive. Of course, if they pick up your blitz, it could be a big play for the offense.
They'll throw with Penix. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Looking to throw, Penix. Dancing to his left. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Penix. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Now it's Stroud's turn in OT. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this. All the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from AT&T Stadium.